Hey guys, it's Hugh here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a completely free cloud storage account on Amazon S3 so you can use it with our software. And at the same time, I'm also going to show you how to set up the text-to-speech interface so you can get that too. And for the most part, this is going to be 100% free, absolutely free for 1 year, and then they may start charging you a few pennies depending on your bandwidth, and if it's not very much, it's going to be little or nothing after 1 year. So you want to go to this URL here, aws.amazon.com/free, and then you'll see that there's a lot of different things on this page. The main thing that we're going to be wanting to use is the Amazon S3 here. As you can see, you get 5 gigabytes of standard storage, and that's a lot, and it's free. And you get all these requests free, and this expires 12 months after, but 12 months later, they're going to charge you a very, very tiny amount, like $1 or something, if you're using the account at all. So I'm going to show you in this video how to easily set this up for the free service and then how to connect it to our software so you'll be ready to hit the ground running. Of course, the first thing you want to do is click here to create an AWS account. And enter your email and password that you want. The account name, I'm going to call it AAA1. So now they definitely do want you to fill in all this stuff. And go ahead and scroll this up here so you can see it. Create the account and continue. And then they do want to get a credit card number from you. They're not going to bill you for the first year at all, but they just do this to sort of, I guess, make sure that they can when they want to. So let me fill that in. Okay, then I've filled that out, and I'm going to go ahead and just FM, and then they're going to call me on the phone. I'm going to enter this. Okay, they're calling me again.
Using the chat on your phone, please enter the 4-digit PIN number that would...
Okay.
Registration. Thank you for your...
Okay, so they've successfully verified that, and now we're going to go ahead and continue. And we just take the basic free plan right here. And they want you to personalize, so I'm going to say, you can say whatever you want. I'm just going to say software developer, and I'm interested in storage. You can certainly say whatever you want on there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and sign in to the console. And you want to use the email address and password that you just signed up with. Okay, great. So now I'm logged in with a valid account. It's been verified. The first thing I need to do now is to create some security credentials, because this is how we access your bucket securely with no one else having the root access. So you go to My Security Credentials, and they're going to give you this little warning, and just go Continue to Security Credentials, and then you're going to click Access Keys. And if you already have your S3 account, you may have access keys here. If so, you can certainly use an access ID and a secret key that you've already saved. What you want to do, though, if you're creating a new one, is remember that the secret key will never be shown to you again, so you have to make a note of it right away. So let's go ahead and create a new access key. And I also download the key file in case I want to use it later. I just download that. Then I'm going to go Show Access Key. And now you can see I've got both my access ID and my secret access key. So what I want to do is copy this like this, and then I'm going to paste it into an empty file like this and save that file so that I'll never lose this, because I will never see the secret key on Amazon again once I close this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I save that file. Okay, so this is great. It's all done, it's all ready. So now that you've got your S3 account all set up and you've got your security key and secret, and your access credentials all set, now what you want to do is go ahead and create your bucket for your software. So you're going to go and create a bucket. I'm going to enter just sort of a random bucket name, and I say vids with some numbers after it. Now, for me, it always shows me US East Ohio, and I've already found out that this, for some reason, this area does not work with the API. Something weird about Amazon. So I always choose US East North Virginia because it always works for me. Okay, so I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to go next. And before I do that, I just want to mention that it's very possible that other regions will work fine. For example, I set up somebody's bucket in the Australia region. It worked just fine. But the Ohio doesn't work for me, so I always choose North Virginia. Okay, go next. And I don't need to put anything in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and go next. Now this is super important here. You need to, on the Set Permissions page, you need to scroll down and click Manage Public Permissions and change it to Grant Public Read Access. You get a little warning here. You do want your files public in this bucket because you want to be able to serve your videos to the public from that bucket. So you just go ahead and set that public, and that's all you need to do, and go next, and then create the bucket. And if I were you, I would go back to that sheet and just make a note of the bucket so you don't forget it. Okay, so now that I've got everything set up on S3, I'm going to go back to TapVids, Create, and when you first load the page, you'll notice this orange box up here. And you can go ahead and click here, or you can go to S3 File Storage, and it's going to be all ready for you to enter your S3, and I'm just going to call it AA1S3. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste in my consumer key, my API secret, and the bucket name. Okay, so after I pasted in the keys and the bucket name and tabbed out, the Save button becomes activated, and so we just click that, and now we're all set. So now you're going to want to make sure that it's working correctly. So we're going to go to here to the Resources page. And you'll notice the first thing you're going to see here is where it says unable to retrieve bucket listing. But that's okay because we're going to make that happen. And the first thing that we want to do is go back to our S3. this is just a one-time thing that you need to do to activate it. And you're going to click on that bucket name, and then you're going to upload and add a file. I'm going to use this LinkWorks logo, and I'm going to make sure that I go here and I select Grant Public Read Access, and you'll see that warning again, and then go next, and don't worry about all this, and just go next and then upload it. So now you can see this is here. And what I wanted to sort of show you is that now that this is in your S3 account, you can actually access it over the internet. And you do that, you can actually build the URL to it by putting in the bucket name s3.amazonaws.com, and then the file name like this. You can see I've got that all in there. And so now you can see this being served by S3 after I've uploaded it. Just so you know, that's how the URL is made. Now we go back to TapVids here where we see error, and we're going to go ahead and refresh the page, and then you see that error goes away. I did find out that you do kind of have to upload something into the bucket and make it public first, and that sort of activates your whole account for use with TapVids. So now we're not showing that image here, and the reason is because we filter the content in TapVids by a special path that we add. So let's go ahead and just make sure this is working correctly by putting in, I'm going to put one tag, and I'm going to grab another image here, and I'm going to go ahead and upload that. Let me scooch this up so you can see what I'm doing here, and there's this upload button here, and you can upload that. And so now you actually do see the file name displayed here, and that means that we are now collecting that file name from your S3 account. Obviously we use this for different ways, but in TapVids Create you can certainly upload your video clips, your audio clips, and any images, and these can be used as raw material for videos. And if you'd like to see how to retrieve your uploaded resources in making a video, for example, let's go to the clip generator. And we have different areas in this application where you can search for content, and we have our own library, and then we call your uploaded files your resources. So what you want to do is select the resources here and then put in the tag. And you remember we tagged that image with the word test, so if I put in test and just enter, then you're going to see this one come up, and you can do stuff with it. Now there's one more thing that I promised to show you in this video, and that's how to set up your Amazon Polly so you can get audio files of text-to-speech by typing in text, and then we'll get it downloaded into our system. So what you want to do is click on the services, and we're going to find Amazon Polly in the machine learning section. So just come down here and click on Amazon Polly and click Get Started, and that's pretty much it. I think you can go ahead and test it out.
Hi, my name is Joanna. I will read any text you type here.
And then if you want to go ahead and test and make sure that that's working in TapVids, let's go back to TapVids, and as you see, I did go to the clip generator and pull up any type of content. I happen to have this one here, so I'll just go ahead and click Generate Clip. And to test my text-to-speech, I'm going to click on the clip options here. And I'm going to go to text-to-speech voiceover, and I'm just going to type something here. Hi, my name is Brian. How are you? And then you can select any one of these lovely voices that they have in the Amazon Polly, and then just click this test.
Hi, my name is Brian. How are you? Hi, my name is Brian. How are you?
Okay,
Hi.
so that works fine. So now this account is all totally set up for text-to-speech through the Amazon Polly. And it does pipe in through your AWS account. And they give you a huge amount of free calls on this. So I wouldn't even worry about it. But if you get into, making huge encyclopedias out of text-to-speech, they might end up charging your account something, but certainly not in the regular course of usage of the software. You're not going to be charged anything for what we do with the videos. Okay, then that basically completes my little tutorial on how you're going to set up your Amazon S3 to be used with our software. This is Hugh out, and I'll see you in the next video.